Most shocking musician deaths. Number 10. Jimi Hendrix. Jimi Hendrix is one of the most iconic musicians in rock and roll history. He was a groundbreaking artist whose influence is still felt in popular music today. Unfortunately, his life was cut tragically short when he died of a drug overdose in London in 1970. At just 27 years old, the world lost one of the greatest guitarists of all time. While there had been many tumultuous times in his personal life, his death still came as a shock to his fans, friends, and family. Despite his untimely death, Jimi Hendrix's music continues to inspire and influence artists from all genres of music to this day. Number 9. Taylor Hawkins. Taylor Hawkins is the drummer for the rock band Foo Fighters, and his death was certainly one of the most shocking musician deaths in recent years. On July 18, 2016, Hawkins was admitted to a Los Angeles hospital after suffering a brain aneurysm. He underwent successful surgery to repair the aneurysm, but tragically died due to complications 3 days later on July 21. Hawkins' death was a huge shock to the music world, as he was a beloved member of the Foo Fighters and had a long and successful career ahead of him. Foo Fighters frontman Dave Grohl said that Hawkins' death was beyond devastating, and that he had an incredible passion for life and for music. Fans around the world paid tribute to Hawkins by holding vigils and dedicating songs in his memory. Hawkins' death was a devastating blow to the music world, and his legacy will live on in the hearts of fans around the world. Number 8. Prince. Prince was one of the most shocking musician deaths in recent history. On April 21, 2016, the multi-talented singer-songwriter and musician was found unresponsive in an elevator at his Paisley Park residence in Chanhassen, Minnesota. He was just 57 years old. The world was stunned by the sudden and unexpected passing of Prince, who had been a major influence in music for decades. His iconic brand of funk-infused rock, combined with his exceptional guitar skills and vocal range, had earned him an immense following and made him one of the most influential musicians of all time. Following his death, tributes and memorials were held in his honor around the world, and it seemed that everyone was united in grief. His impact on popular culture was so significant that it was hard to believe that he was gone. It was a sad day for music fans everywhere. Number 7. Lisa "Left Eye" Lopes. Lisa "Left Eye" Lopes was an American rapper and songwriter best known as a member of the R&B, hip-hop group TLC. On April 25, 2002, Lopes was killed in a car crash in Honduras while on vacation. She was only 30 years old. The news of Lopes' death shocked the music industry due to her youth and relative success. TLC was in the middle of a major comeback with the release of their latest album 3D, and Lopes had recently released her first solo album Supernova. To this day, her death remains a tragic and unexpected loss for her fans and peers. Number 6. Tupac Shakur and Notorious B.I.G. Tupac Shakur and Notorious B.I.G. are two of the most iconic and influential rappers of all time. Both were shot and killed in separate incidents in the mid-1990s, and both deaths remain unsolved to this day. Tupac was shot in Las Vegas, Nevada, on September 7, 1996, and he died 6 days later as a result of his wounds. Notorious B.I.G., born Christopher Wallace, was shot 4 months later in Los Angeles, California, on March 9, 1997. Both deaths sparked a wave of speculation, conspiracy theories, and questions that remain unanswered to this day. The double tragedy left their fans in shock and mourning, and the music world changed forever. Number 5. Whitney Houston. The death of Whitney Houston on February 11, 2012 was and still is one of the most shocking musician deaths of all time. The iconic pop star and actress was found dead in her room at the Beverly Hilton Hotel in Los Angeles, California. The cause of her death was determined to be accidental drowning due to the effects of cocaine and heart disease. It was reported that Houston had been struggling with substance abuse for many years prior to her death, and her passing was mourned widely by fans and fellow celebrities alike. Her death came just days before the 54th Grammy Awards, where she was remembered through a tribute performance by Jennifer Hudson. Her memory is still honored today, with songs and videos of her beloved hits being widely shared and appreciated by fans. Number 4. Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson's death was one of the most shocking musician deaths in history. Jackson, the king of pop, died on June 25, 2009, at the age of 50. His death was due to an overdose of prescription drugs. Jackson's private doctor, Conrad Murray, was convicted of involuntary manslaughter in 2011. Jackson's death shocked the world, as he was one of the most influential and celebrated entertainers of all time. He had sold over 350 million records worldwide and was one of the most successful artists of all time. His death saddened fans all over the world, and there were numerous tributes and memorials held in his honor. His death was also followed by a series of posthumous releases of his music, and his estate has since earned billions of dollars. Jackson's death was a tragedy that resonates to this day. Number 3. Amy Winehouse. Amy Winehouse died tragically at the age of 27 in 2011. Her death was especially shocking due to the fact that she was so young and had so much potential. Winehouse was a talented musician who had achieved mainstream success. She had released 2 critically acclaimed albums in the years leading up to her death and was working on a 3rd album. Her death was ruled an accidental alcohol poisoning, and it was later revealed that she had a long history of drug and alcohol abuse. Her death sparked a national conversation about addiction and mental health, and her legacy still lives on today. Number 2. Chris Cornell and Chester Bennington. Chris Cornell and Chester Bennington were 2 of the most shocking musician deaths in recent years. Cornell, the legendary Soundgarden frontman, died on May 18, 2017 at age 52 after hanging himself in his Detroit hotel room. He was known for his powerful voice and his signature 4-octave vocal range. Bennington, the Linkin Park frontman, died on July 20, 2017 at age 41 after taking his own life. His passionate, often tortured lyrics in songs like Numb and In the End spoke to a generation. Both Cornell and Bennington's legacies continue to live on through their powerful music. Number 1. Kurt Cobain. Kurt Cobain was the vocalist and guitarist of the groundbreaking rock band Nirvana. He was found dead on April 8, 1994 at the age of 27 in his Seattle home. His death was ruled as suicide by a self-inflicted gunshot wound to the head, but it is still a source of debate and speculation among fans and theorists who cannot believe Cobain would have taken his own life. Cobain had battled depression and drug addiction throughout his life, and his death remains one of the most shocking and devastating moments in music history. The impact of Cobain's death is still felt today, more than 25 years later, as his music and influence continues to be appreciated by generations of music lovers. Hey everyone, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to stay updated on all the interesting facts and curiosities around the world. Until next time, stay curious.